Welcome to Bass Day Fishing. Today we are going to talk about fishing videos. Now I'm old enough to remember when I had to get up at 4:35 a.m. if I wanted to watch any kind of fishing content on TV. Back in the day, ESPN thought that fishing was only worthy of early morning television. Eventually I learned how to program my VCR. That was a huge help, and I could sleep in a little bit and watch that content later. And then of course the DVR was great, because then I could go through the entire week, pick out every single fishing show that was out there, and then watch them whenever I wanted. And now with YouTube, we are living in the golden age of fishing content. There are a lot of great fishing channels out there. Everybody seems to be making fishing videos. There's all kinds of quality content out there for you to watch. For this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 favorite YouTube fishing channels. I'm hoping that you guys will comment, share some of your favorite channels with me in the space below in the comments. I'm always looking for quality fishing content, so go ahead and share some of that. I realize I only have about 850 subscribers, so there's not going to be a lot of comments down there, but anything you guys put will be great. I'm always looking for something new to watch. Now today when I got home, I had a nice package on the front porch from Bass Pro. I got the new Power Stick. And what this thing does is you plug it into the power source in the back of your boat, and now I have a continual source of power to my GoPro camera. I don't have to keep changing out the batteries throughout the day, so this is going to be nice. I'm hoping that'll help me up my game for my fishing videos. Okay, before I get to the 5 channels that are my 5 favorite YouTube channels, there are 2 hugely popular fishing channels that are just not my thing. The first one is the Googan Squad. It's a bunch of young guys. The fishing content's really not that great, but they have a huge following. I'm guessing I'm just too old to appreciate it. I get it, I'm getting old, but that's just not my thing. The other channel I'm not a big fan of that is hugely popular is Scott Martin Fishing. He's got quality content, but he's kind of a little arrogant for me. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and sometimes I feel like he just kind of slips over that line. So not a big fan of that channel, but both of those 2 channels are hugely popular. You might want to check them out, see if they're for you. They're just not my kind of thing. Okay, now for my 5 favorite YouTube channels. Coming in at number 5, I just found this channel last week. This guy is an FLW fisherman, and I watched the video. In fact, it's my favorite fishing video to date. I'm going to put a link to it in the bottom because I think it is awesome. The guy won a tournament on FLW, and what he does is he walks you through the whole tournament, the highs, the lows, full of emotion, and it's honest emotion. It's not weird like Mike Iaconelli emotion. It's just a good, honest emotion as he's going through the events of the day. He starts the video when he's a little kid with his mom filming him, and it's awesome. You hear the mom in the background. She's filled with pride. You can tell she just loves her kid. I love that kind of stuff. It was a great video. The video channel is Brian Latimer. B-Lat's his nickname, but Brian Latimer, check it out. The other thing I love about his channel is he fishes with his son. His son's 6 years old, and he's always taking him out fishing. He's an even better father than he is a fisherman, and I just love that kind of content. So check him out, Brian Latimer, FLW Fisherman. He's got a solid fishing channel. My number 4 fishing channel is kind of a personal preference. This guy's not a professional. He's not making professional quality videos. In fact, he's kind of like you and me. He's just using a GoPro and filming himself. But he's fishing my favorite body of water on the entire planet. He's up in the California Delta. Now, this guy's posting a video about once a week. He fishes these Wednesday night tournaments called the Windy Wednesday Nighters. He films himself out there fishing, and then he also brings the content from the weigh-ins and everything else. He fishes with his dad, which I think is great. My dad passed away a couple years ago. I miss him. So when I watch this guy fishing tournaments with his dad, I love it. And this channel is called Bearded Bassin. Check it out, it's good quality stuff. The real star of his videos is the California Delta itself, and even, you know, other lakes up there in the Northern California area. I just love those bodies of water, so I really enjoy his content. Bearded Bassin, coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 and number 2 are 2 guys that fish Major League Fishing. Both of them have cameramen that follow them around, not only during the tournament, but also in their pre-fish and their preparation. And these guys are putting out quality videos. I mean, this is stuff that's as good as Bassmaster or FLW has ever produced. The number 3 spot, I'm gonna give it to Jacob Wheeler. He's fishing great right now. He's putting out great quality content. I really enjoy watching the pre-fish, his thinking as he practices. You know, he takes the cameras into his house. You get a little bit of his home life. It's just great. It's good quality stuff, and the quality of the videos is off the charts. Number 2 is Brandon Palaniuk. He's also a Major League fisherman. He's got a guy who does his videos as well. Top-notch stuff. I mean, not only is he catching great fish and fishing the biggest circuit in the country, but he's got some guy that's editing his videos, and it is great. So check both of those out. Jacob Wheeler, Brandon Palaniuk, both great fishing channels. And of course that leads me to my #1 fishing channel. It is by far and away the best fishing channel on YouTube, not only because the guys on this channel are catching giant fish, but they're also teaching us stuff every time they make a video. The two guys on this channel are probably the two smartest fishermen that I've ever watched. Yes, I'm talking about TacticalBassin with Tim Little and Matt Allen. Matt Allen is practically half bass. Everything that comes out of his mouth is fishing gold. The guy catches giants, and he's willing to share with you how he caught them. This is by far the best channel on YouTube. I highly recommend you check it out. That is TacticalBassin, and I'll put a link down at the bottom for you. Well, there you have it. Those are my 5 favorite YouTube fishing channels. Let me know what your favorite channels are in the comments below. I'm always looking for new fishing content. Okay, I'm gonna end this video with the fish that I caught about 5 or 6 years ago. I was feeling nostalgic, and I went back through my fishing archives, and I found this video of a fish that was the first fish that I caught, the first big fish that I caught using my GoPro camera. So for that reason, it was pretty cool, but even better, I caught this fish with a craw, which was the first mold that I ever bought. This is the first mold I ever injection poured, and I made this trailer on the jig that I caught this fish with. The guy in the front of the boat, he poured the jig that I was using. So it's a home poured jig with a home poured trailer, my first home pour, and it was the first fish on the GoPro. So there's a lot of cool things about this fish. I really like this video. Check it out.
How about this, Tim? Oh, stay down. Stay down. Oh, he's huge.
Okay, I guess
that's 2 big fish. Okay, let's get him in. He's coming up again.
Well, if you quit.
Shoot.
Calm down.
Here you go, coming at you. Oh, it's a big fish. Woo! And he's... Woo! All right, we got a video now. I'm sure you didn't catch any of that, but we got this fish, the second really big fish that was hooked on this jig that Tim is pouring. I'm gonna need the big. I should be a little less excited. I'm on video. Let me get a little serious here. This guy inhaled it. Oh yeah, you weren't gonna give that one away. Second really nice fish. There we go. How's that right there? That's a bass. It's where? Tim, they're eating today. The lake said, you know what? We feel bad for not letting you catch that last one. Bass is 4 pounds, 10 ounces, right there. It's a good fish. All right, let's put her back. Let me show you what I'm throwing here. Turn the boat so I'm not sitting in the sun. We got Tim's jig right there, or Tim jigs. Got to get a name for it. We'll go with Tim jigs for now. And then underneath that, I got the craw that I'm pouring. That is the beast craw right there. You can pick those up at Bass Take Bait Company. You just go to basstake.com, click on the baits. There it is. I'm pumped right now.
I guess
It's time for the jig, Tim.
Go back to the jig.